Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about what are the key essential skills to run a successful marketing agency in 2023. So guys, in this video, I'm going to dive into 5 or 6 key skills, not necessarily kind of what skills in terms of, right, you need to learn Facebook ads, you need to learn YouTube ads. It's the actual skills within those that you need to be learning, because within Facebook ads, to run a successful Facebook ad, you kind of need 3 or 4 different skills that you can use across all platforms and kind of in all aspects of the business itself. So my first one is sales. And this is a very broad term, guys. Like, sales could be cold calling, it could be LinkedIn outreach, it could be written outreach, it could be emails. It could be how you sell a product and service within the ad. It's producing a video ad on YouTube, helping your clients write a script for the YouTube ad you're going to be running for them. Sales is kind of a very broad term, and you need to understand the psychology behind sales and how to sell, especially high ticket products and services, in order to find success, which is a skill that can be learned. If you've got existing background in sales, that's perfect. But if you're like me and you started when you were 17, or if you started when you're 35 and didn't have any sales experience, it can be learned. And it's quite easy to learn. Once you understand the wrong way to go about it, it immediately shows you the correct way to go about it. So sales is a massive one. You're not going to be able to get anywhere without having the sales skill, being able to sell your SMMA services, being able to close meetings, handling objections, putting a sales presentation together, what to include in the sales presentation. And then once you've got the client, you need to understand the sales psychology of how to sell a product in an ad. Is it as simple as, hi, here's a product, buy it now on my Facebook ad? Absolutely not. You need to understand how to highlight the benefits rather than the features. You need to understand what kind of testimonials to show, what impact those testimonials have on the campaigns when they're not there and when they are there, when to show testimonials, how to nurture a client from a lead all the way into a paying customer. All of these skill sets allow you to have a successful agency, which is why it's kind of my number one, because you can't really get anywhere without sales. And in this video, guys, this isn't me teaching you all of these skills. There's a video on this channel for each of them, or there will be in the very near future. This is just for those that they're starting out, or they're struggling with their SMMA and they're thinking, right, can I develop myself even better? What new skills can I add to my kind of personal development portfolio, or what can I add them? What characteristics to myself can I add to put me in a better position for success? And that's what this video is about. So sales is number one. Learn how to sell your services, learn the psychology of sales, learn how to handle objections, all of those things above. Number 2 is sales copy or copywriting, which is kind of sales, but so copywriting is anywhere where you need to have copy on a website, a sales funnel, email marketing, in an ad, potentially even down to your sales emails and your proposals and your presentations. So it's being able to write articulately to show what you're trying to say in the best light, concisely and in the correct way. And it's a skill that you can learn. And my best advice on how to learn it is just by looking at good examples. You can kind of mirror stuff that's already working. So if you're in the dental niche, find an email marketing sequence that you know is from a good brand and converts. Analyze it. What hooks are they using? What methods are they using to kind of nurture you down the story? What call to actions are they using? Different call to actions on different types of ads. What's the difference call to action on a sales funnel in comparison to an email? Or what are the different, how long can a hook be on a YouTube ad in comparison to a Facebook ad? When you're running a YouTube ad, how long can the hook be in that initial 30 seconds to get people to click off? So it's the copy that you're doing on all of your marketing material that allow you to convert, because it will make a massive difference. And that can be learned, but the best way to learn in any kind of literacy is by looking at what is working, analyze it, make notes on it, build a template for your business and for your email marketing sequences, and you'll develop that skill. But copywriting is a good skill and a high-paying skill also. Number 3, graphic design. So in any kind of digital marketing, you need to have an eye for design, whether that be for your social media ads, whether that be for your social media posts, whether that be designing the funnel. You need to make sure it looks great. You need to make sure it looks professional, it's branded correctly, it's using the color palettes of the business. You need to understand how to show a product and service for a particular business so it looks professional and people convert. If traffic is seeing an ad and it's put together really badly, it's bright green highlighted text over a green background where you can't really see the text, it does not match the brand because the brand colors are red and black. It just stands out like a sore thumb, and it makes the brand look really cheap and nasty. So you need to make sure that you understand what looks good, how to do it effectively, and how to show the brand in the best light. Because if you start working with a client and you produce really shoddy images, your sales funnel doesn't match the website's branding, the emails look really naff because the fonts are all curly and that doesn't fit the fonts that the customer uses, it's going to be a mess and they're not going to want to continue. And very much like copywriting, you can learn that through just looking and observing what is the industry standard, what do most dental websites look like, what do most online coaches websites look like, what are common fonts, and match it to the existing business. Because when you work with these businesses, they'll have websites made, they'll have a brand pack of the fonts they use, the colors they use those colors and the fonts on your material so that it matches the brand and it's consistent. That's super important. So you do need to have an element of graphic design. You need to have an eye for what looks right, what the industry standard is, to put you in the best position of success. And finally, psychology. So this is kind of business psychology and sales psychology. So it kind of links into my first point, which is, what do people need to see in order to spark pain and then find the solution within your product or service? Which is a difficult task, but like I say, it can also be learned through observing or through learning through videos like this. So one of the biggest parts of psychology of an ad or an online marketing campaign is highlighting the benefits rather than the features. So the features of this microphone: it's black, it's got a tilty microphone, it's got a stand, it's wireless. Those are the features. The benefits of it are, it's going to make your videos sound so much better. No more crackly sound in the videos, no more crackly sounds on your Zoom calls, really crisp sound. It's gonna increase your views on YouTube. It's gonna increase how people perceive you on meetings because you're sounding better, you're sounding clearer. All of those are benefits to the person because those are pain points they're feeling. The fact that it's black has no impact on a potential purchase, a potential buyer of this, unless they hate the color gray and their existing microphone's gray, and that's going to solve an issue. The fact that most microphones crackle and they're not clear, that's a pain point because it would really annoy someone that uses a microphone, and that's the solution to their problem. So that kind of thing, and the psychology of marketing, the psychology of getting someone to buy a product and get them to recognize a problem they're having and then giving them the solution in your product and service, is a skill that you need to learn. And that's also observing the industry, looking at marketing campaigns, past marketing campaigns, look at old TV adverts, look at old radio ads, look at from the big companies that do it well, like Coca-Cola, or ads that spark emotion. That's one of the key parts of any marketing campaign, sparking some kind of emotion, whether that's happiness, whether it's sadness, whether it's pain, whether it's finding the solution to a problem, whether it's feeling sorry for a particular character that gets you to buy a product long term. All of that is psychology, and that's an aspect that you do kind of need to learn, and you can learn it. Something that's more specific for SMMA, because it's just more relevant, is a go-getter and never give up attitude. And that's not necessarily a skill, it's more of an attitude that you need to have when you're running a social media marketing agency. Is that, especially in the beginning, it's going to be very easy to become discouraged. It's going to be very easy to send 50 outreach messages a day, not get any meetings, or finally getting a few meetings after 6 months and then not signing anyone, because that's what happened to me. This happens to loads of people that don't know what they're doing. And you kind of have to just power through that and have that never give up attitude, as if this is the only option. I'm going to make this work, because SMMA does work. Otherwise, you wouldn't see this many people creating videos on it, and people like us that have a successful marketing agency for so many years. That you will get there. You just need to find the blueprint that works and you will get there. So it's just that never give up attitude, believe in the process, trust the process, and just don't give up. And that applies to any business. If you really believe in the idea, and then you've got a good idea, and you know the way forward, then just don't give up. And finally, guys, my final point is communication. Communication is the one and only skill that is going to keep a client long term. It doesn't matter if you're getting them 100x on their revenue. If you're terrible at communicating with that client, you will lose them. If you're not communicating, say you're getting them amazing results, if you're not communicating how you got them those results and what you did to get them, and communicating, we've spent this much ad spend, or helping them with the conversion rates of the leads you bring in, they're not going to stay with you, because they need to understand what you're doing. You have to portray the work you put in, because with SMMA, if you're not communicating what you're doing, it's very easy for that client to sit there and go, well, what have they done this month? Yeah, we've seen sales come in, but is it worth the money we're spending? Like, am I just paying them to keep ads up and running for nonstop? No, which is down to you. You need to be communicating what you're doing, because a lot of the work does go unnoticed because it's behind the scenes stuff. It's optimizing ads, it's changing ad creatives, it's changing the copy, it's building a new offer, new landing page. That's not necessarily stuff the client's going to see because they're busy in their business. So you need to be communicating. And that's for when the campaigns are going well. When they're not going well, or when you're in that testing phase still, optimizing the campaigns to get to a point of getting good results, that communication is even more crucial. You can keep a client for 3 months and get them no results if your communication is 10 out of 10. If you're communicating right, we're sending traffic there first, we're building our pixel data, we're optimizing it for lookalike audiences, we're optimizing it for a different age bracket now, we've changed the offer, we're sending it to a new funnel while split testing the website, we're doing all of these things. And we're learning. Look, 2 months ago, we were getting 10 clicks a day, 3 leads a day. Now we're getting 4 leads a day, and they're better quality. If you didn't educate them on that process and what you're doing to get to a more optimized point, they're not going to understand what you're doing, and they potentially might stop paying you. So communicating is essential. If you're bad at communicating, it's a skill that you must learn. You must be having regular communications. You need to set up the infrastructure around your business to have a strong communication channel, a WhatsApp group, or a Slack channel, or even a Facebook group with you and the employees of the business and the owner. Like, you need to get the communication down to an absolute T, otherwise you will lose them. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed that video. There are 5 or 6 key skills that you must learn for SMMA. If you don't learn them, you will potentially struggle. If you're wondering how to learn them, if you want to learn for free, get on YouTube and just type in how to sell high ticket services. If you want to learn graphic design and copywriting, there's videos on this channel that do it. There's videos elsewhere. You just have to kind of graft through the content to get a better understanding. And this video isn't to plug our academy, but we do teach all of these skills in massive amounts of detail inside our academy. And then moving forward, after you've gone through the video course, you do get that one-to-one help with us once you sign a client and you need help changing an offer or whatever. It is a mentorship program and not a course. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that video, guys. Hopefully that gives you a good list of some key skills you need to learn to find success. If you've not watched our previous video, the previous video was on how to build strong relationships with business owners long-term to get them to sign as a client with you. So watch that video, guys, and hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m.